Hello, good morning everyone. In today's session we are going to see introduction part 2. In the previous session we have studied before cloud computing. Before cloud computing came into existence, what was the situation? We understood this with help of an example, that is hosting a website and what problem you face when you want to host a website before cloud computing exists. And we have also seen some introductory part of the cloud, when to use the cloud and all. In today's session we'll see some various definition of the cloud computing and some more information. So actually the cloud means a network or internet. So cloud is nothing but the internet where you can find something on that. Computing means operations on computer or device. So you need the computers to access something through the internet. So that is a cloud computing. So in this diagram you can see there are various devices like laptop, phones, computer and tabs. So if you want to access like applications, platforms and infrastructure, so this all is available on the cloud computing. So these all you can access with these various devices. So these all applications, platforms, infrastructure, so these all is available on the cloud computing, and using various devices you can access those. And these all are stored on the servers. These all are stored on the servers. That is, with the help of internet you can access those. Now let us see various definition of cloud computing. So cloud computing is nothing but an on-demand delivery of IT services over the internet with pay for what you use, rather than buying, owning and maintaining physical data centers and servers. Cloud computing allows you to access various services like data storage, servers, databases, networking and software. So cloud computing is nothing but whatever you demand they are going to provide you and you are going to pay for that. So instead of buying your own physical servers, data centers, which is going to be very costly and we cannot afford it. So you're going to use someone else's services, means they are providing you the services and you're going to use it by paying for that. So rather than buying your own and maintaining it, and which is going to be tedious task as we have discussed in the previous session. So in this cloud computing you get the services like, means what you can find out on this cloud computing. You can find out a collection of data storage, means they provide you the space, a lot of data you can store there, and servers, collection of servers and databases, networking and collection of softwares. So by paying for them you are accessing these services which is provided on the cloud computing. Now take the example. Now suppose you have created the website and you want to host it. So you require server to host it. So as you are doing projects online, websites you are developing and you are going to, it is an online website. So obviously you need to host it. So if you want to host it, then you will need the servers. So are you going to purchase your own servers? Which is not possible because they are very costly. So what you do, like suppose if you want to purchase it, so what you need to do, you purchase the server. So after purchasing server you need to maintain that server. For that you need to spend the money to maintain it, to monitor it. So monitoring is nothing but securing that system, checking the resources, checking the space, and for all users. So this is overall system monitoring. For you need to solve, now suppose as it is a maintenance and monitoring, you need to solve your own security issues whichever arises on that server while hosting your website or after hosting the website. So all management area you are going to handle it. Security issues, identifying, monitoring, this all comes under that. And even the expenses increases. So what you can do, give this management area to some other party, or we can say some other organization who is providing the cloud services, so that you can focus on your website and you can think on how to increase your business, because you have developed the website to increase the business. So if you focus on the more on management area, which is very tedious task and complicated task, then you may not able to look at your website and how to make development of your website, how to increase the users on your website. So there it becomes little negligence. So what you can do, you give this management area to some other party, to some other company or organization who can handle this all. So for you, no need to, okay. So what you can do, which is not possible to purchase such servers to maintain it and all. So what you can do, you need to no need to purchase the servers, just you need to access the remote server. Okay. Now if you want to host the website, no need to purchase the server, you just access the remote server on internet where you can store, manage and process your data. So just you have to pay some monthly charge, okay, because you are using the services and they are providing you the services. So whichever service you may use the data storage or you may use the servers, databases or any softwares you can use. But so whichever service you are using, based on that they charge you. So instead of buying your own servers, instead of buying your own resources, okay, to host a website, if you need any other resources, so instead of buying it, you can take it on rent. So it is like taking it on rent, taking the servers on rent, taking the space on rent and using it for your personal use. For example, now suppose one person is doing a job and he's posting he's doing a job and his posting will be after 3 months, like from Mumbai to Bangalore or sometimes Chennai, sometimes Goa. So his location is not fixed. So it keeps on posting his duty after 3 months. So if he purchased the home at Mumbai, means wherever he is posted, for every location if he keeps on purchasing the home, which is of no use for him because he's not going to stay in that location for a very longer period. So what he can do, instead of investing and instead of spending money on purchasing the home on various locations, so he can stay on rent for some, by using some other's house. Means he's staying on rent by using some other's house for just for few months. Same way, so take servers on rent for how much days you want to use it, that much you can pay. If you're using 3 months, then you can pay only for 3 months. So on rent basis, you started using servers or any other services like databases, hardware, softwares. So if you want to spend less amount of money, then you can go for cloud computing. So like buying your own and maintaining physical data centers, like say at beginning for your websites, less visitors will be there. But later on, when the data increases and also the number of visitors also increases. So when the heavy load or heavy traffic arises on your site, then it becomes problems because you need the extra servers there to handle those heavy traffic. But in case of low traffic, again the servers will be idle. So just it is like a wastage. You cannot, it is not fixed. Okay. So whatever you spend, you may not utilize it properly. Another definition, cloud computing is named as the information being accessed is found remotely in the cloud. With this technology, you can save files in remote database instead of keeping it on the proprietary hard drive or local storage. So see, earlier days you back up all your data in CDs and then pen drive, but now everyone can use the cloud drives to back up their data. So even if you lose your phone, because all your data is available on the phones or the laptops. If your laptop is damaged or if your phone is broken, then don't worry, you can get your data from cloud. If you are stored in that, if you are saved on the cloud, you can get it. So you can access your data anytime and anywhere if you have connected to the internet. Internet is compulsory if you want to access anything from the cloud. So in cloud computing, you don't need to worry about the problem like disk is full, no space to store and all, because there will be enough space in cloud computing to store all your data. And another example is, now suppose the phone memory, your phone memory is full with all the data. Then what you do? You start deleting the data from your phone and you make the space available for the new data. So all your old data, or you transfer it somewhere else or any other device. So instead of doing this all deleting and all, you can move your old data on the Google Drive, and you can make new space for on the devices for the new data. So this is how the cloud drives can help you all to store your data. In the next class, we'll see which are the various services available, which are the various cloud services available. So cloud computing is the use of remote servers on the internet to host, store, manage, process data rather than local servers. So you're using the remote servers, that is the servers which can be available within your country or outside the country. And on those servers, you're storing all your data, or you're accessing the data you're accessing the services from those servers rather than the local servers. Same way, you're also storing in your local storage instead of saving in your, like another example is, see now suppose if I create the file or some video file and I don't have enough space to store in the pen drive, or the pen drive is lost, then I upload it on the Google Drive and I can access it from, once I upload it on the Google Drive, I can access it from any system. I can access it on any device with the help of internet. Internet is compulsory. If I have the internet, I can access it anytime, anywhere on any device. So various example we'll see in the next class. So this is the diagram how the cloud computing looks like. So all your data is available on this cloud, that is internet, and various users can access those all applications, infrastructure and storage. For whichever services they have access, those services they can use it. So in the next session, we'll see some more information on cloud computing. Thank you.